Hello everyone, and welcome to my Sister Wives Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Christine Brown has always been known as the strong, independent woman in Kody Brown's multiple marriages. However, what the world saw on the newest Sister Wives tell-all special was completely unprecedented. Christine was furious, unabashedly raw, and eager to vent her long-held resentments. The woman who had attempted to keep calm amidst the craziness of polygamy ultimately hit her breaking point. And in a stunning, furious encounter, she exposed Kody Brown and Robyn Brown like never before. Christine's fury did not appear overnight. It was a slow burn that simmered beneath the surface for almost a decade, with minor slights, continual partiality toward Robyn, and emotional abandonment serving as fuel. By the time Kody openly stated that he no longer desired an intimate marriage with Christine, the emotional dam had broken. However, the tell-all presented her with the ultimate stage, and this time she had no intention of biting her tongue. Christine didn't just condemn Kody's acts. She dissected them piece by piece, as if she'd been sitting in the shadows for years, taking mental notes. And her remarks were sharp, unfiltered, and full of righteous rage. One of the most shocking revelations she made was concerning Kody's manipulative tactics. Christine openly accused Kody of gaslighting her and the other women for years, making them doubt their worth, role in the family, and even their sanity at times. Christine's statements were particularly poignant since they did not stem from petty envy. They came from someone who had tried everything to make the family structure work, but was faced with treachery at every turn. Her years of smiling through agony made this moment of catharsis all the more powerful. And then there was Robyn. Christine had long avoided direct disagreement with Robyn, despite Kody's evident fondness. Christine, on the other hand, let her guard down during this tell-all. She accused Robyn of playing the victim to gain Kody's loyalty, manipulating circumstances to appear as the peacemaker, while silently enjoying her privileged position. Christine had had enough of pretending Robyn was not to blame for the family's demise. She made it abundantly evident that Robyn was not a passive observer of the Brown family's disintegration. She was an active participant. Christine's rant was perhaps most painful when she confronted the emotional neglect not only of herself, but also of her children. Christine told, through tears and controlled rage, how her children were constantly pushed to the sidelines, their needs ignored, while Kody focused on maintaining the illusion of a beautiful marriage with Robyn. Christine provided a vivid picture of birthdays forgotten, milestones missed, and numerous evenings when her children wept themselves to sleep, wondering why their father had stopped caring. These weren't just accusations. They were lived events, memories imprinted on Christine's heart that no number of apologies from Kody could ever erase. Kody's response was as defensive as always. He avoided responsibilities, pointed fingers, and attempted to rewrite history to portray himself as the victim. Christine, however, refused to back down this time. She addressed every justification with a tone that alternated between grief, resolve, and fury, exposing each lie Kody attempted to conceal. Her voice faltered at times but never cracked, exemplifying the strength that people had long respected in her. Christine's outburst was more than simply a way to express her own frustration. It was also a moment of release. For far too long, she had been burdened down by the destructive dynamics of polygamy, constantly sacrificing her happiness for the sake of the family. The tell-all was a watershed moment in her life, not only as Kody's third wife, but as a woman reclaiming her narrative. She made it obvious to viewers that her failed marriage and Kody's broken promises did not define her anymore. Instead, she stood strong as a woman who had finally decided to prioritize herself after years of putting others first. The repercussions of Christine's furious outburst shook the whole Sister Wives following. Longtime viewers witnessed one of the most emotional unravelings in the show's history, as social media erupted with love, appreciation, and grief. Many others praised Christine as a hero for speaking out and finally holding Kody accountable on national television. Others expressed regret, noting how deep the Brown family's fissures extended. Christine's brave stand inspired not only her fellow sister wives, but all women who watched the show, delivering a powerful message that emotional neglect or manipulation should not be tolerated in the name of family unity. Her voice empowered others to stand up, speak out, and demand the respect and love they deserved. Finally, this dramatic tell-all encounter featured more than just Christine versus Kody and Robyn. It was about a woman breaking free from the bonds of emotional oppression, choosing honesty over denial, and rewriting her own story on her terms. Christine's rage was not destructive. Rather, it was transformational. It was the first step toward creating a new, independent existence that was no longer dependent on the approval of a man who had never fully respected her worth. Christine Brown, who walked off the tell-all platform with her head held high and tears in her eyes, was more than simply a former sister wife. She was a symbol of emancipation. Christine Brown's startling comments at the tell-all shocked not only the Brown family, but also the whole Sister Wives fan community. As the dust settled from Christine's emotional attack on Kody and Robyn, the family was left to pick up the pieces of their once idealistic, but terribly flawed, plural marriage. What transpired next represented a watershed moment in the dynamics of the entire family, paving the way for a dramatic new chapter in the Sister Wives tale. Christine returned home to Utah with a newfound feeling of purpose after the tell-all. For the first time in years, she felt free of Kody's emotional manipulation. Back in Utah, she immersed herself into making a new life for herself and her children. Christine concentrated on creating a stable, supportive family environment, one characterized by true love, constant parental engagement, and independence from the poisonous dynamics that had tormented her for so long. Fans got a taste of Christine's journey on social media, where she frequently shared genuine moments with her children, from family dinners to hiking expeditions. The forced smile was gone, replaced by a woman experiencing joy on her own terms. Meanwhile, Kody was forced to deal with the fallout from Christine's departure and the unpleasant realities she disclosed. His relationships with his previous spouses, especially Janelle and Mary, quickly worsened. Janelle, Christine's closest supporter among the wives, was more disillusioned than ever. Janelle began to reconsider her own place in the family after witnessing firsthand how Kody put Robyn's happiness ahead of everyone else's. Their interactions became contentious, with Janelle openly challenging Kody's judgments, demanding accountability, and for the first time, contemplating a future in which she, too, would leave the multiple marriage. Mary, on the other hand, remained in a complicated emotional limbo. Though her marriage to Kody had been devoid of romance for years, she battled with the prospect of fully separating from the family in which she had committed so much of her life. Christine's brave departure served as both a wake-up call and a harsh mirror for Mary, forcing her to confront the emotional mistreatment she had quietly tolerated for decades. Mary's plot evolved into one of emotional grappling, personal growth, and tentative steps toward independence, as she was torn between allegiance to a failing family system and the desire for her own freedom.